It was somewhat of a bathroom issue why we're running just a little late, but good news. Second show in a row. Two shows in
Woo!
1 month.
Wow. It doesn't even feel real.
I know. For you all at home or anywhere you may be, welcome. Welcome. This is what consistency is somewhat like,
Yeah, I feel like we just did this show yesterday.
right? No, it's clearly 1 week later as we're going to talk about. Did you see this? Did you see that? Sports irrelevant.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope it's a boring week in sports. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Nothing that we need to bring up on this show
Yeah,
has happened.
nothing important. Yeah, brand new show. And, as we were talking a little bit pre show, I was running a little late. But before we get into that, what are we drinking today, David?
Actually, today I've taken your word, and I realized maybe I need to cut back a little bit. So today is just water.
What?
Just drinking the H2O. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations. I myself, I have an NA beer. This is another good one from Three Weavers. This is the let me put it in the this is the whoop, there we go. This is a NA IPA beer and it's really good. It's really good. I was doing the lager last week with the micheladas and now I'm doing this NA beer. They have another one that they just released. They have three. They have a hazy one. So
Ooh.
yeah,
You're gonna have to try that one.
yeah, it really quenches that thirst, man. Like, like I know you're like, "Oh, I'm drinking water today," but I mean, that's I'm not saying that's water, but I mean, it's pretty comparable to it
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Well, I mean, Three Weavers is over by you. I'm not gonna drive all the way to Inglewood
shit.
to get it. Yeah. Um. No, I mean just it's a couple days. It's not. I'm not like going all in uh like you. It's gonna take a couple days, kind of give my body a break.
Yeah, I'm an all-in
I
kind
like
of
I like
guy though, to
less
be
work.
fair. To be fair,
You are. I just know myself. It's like I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do this for things too long. I have too many friends,
Yeah.
and I travel too much. It's like when you're out, you're like, what am I gonna do? Like, um, actually, I may have picked up another gig on top of the VidCon, so I may be gone for another week after. So
Wow.
we'll see. Yeah,
Good
I might
luck.
be heading back to the streets of Philadelphia.
All right. Well, then you get a Philly cheesesteak.
I got one the last time I was there. I got a cheesesteak. You can't call it a Philly cheesesteak if I'm in Philly. It's just a cheesesteak. You know, like you can't go to Mexico and get Mexican food. It's just food.
Right.
So yeah, I did the cheesesteak. I should have got peppers. It was good, but I should have got peppers. I needed a little extra little twinge. Um, no, I mean Philadelphia was a rough city. Like I said, rough city. So, but if they pay me, I'll go back.
As with anything, if you pay any of us, we will go back. Um
Yeah.
uh so the reason why I was late was because last week I mentioned a bit that or maybe I didn't was that I had my physical. My I do physical twice a year, annually. I don't know if that's called annually, biannually, something like that. Twice a year,
Buy it. And
6 months. Every 6 months, I do a physical, and they looked at my age, and they're like, it's time we have the colonoscopy talk, and I'm like, whoa, whoa. I'm like,
yeah,
that's for like
yeah.
older people.
no, 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 sir.
No, no,
That
no,
is
no.
that is that is that is current. I'm coming up on mine. I know. I had this discussion about. I think we've had this discussion where I was
Mhm.
like, people want to like get knocked out, like they knock you out for it, and I was like, I want to be awake and then just fucking live stream it.
Live streaming your colonoscopy. Are you
Yeah,
gonna have
we'll do a
Sade playing in the
we'll do a
background?
podcast.
I
We'll
asked
do
him.
a podcast.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a live stream event. That would only we would have to do a subscribe. Like, look, you have to pay for this one. This one you have to pay
Yeah.
for the live stream. And you can still pay us now. Donate. Check us out on Venmo, at Drinks to Words by, and throw us a few fizzles. So we had this talk, and I'm like, and what is it about men and their assholes? Not men being assholes, but like men and their assholes, where they're like, "Oh my god, if you touch it, I'm gay." You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's
I mean, I guess there's some there's some stigmatism to it. I mean, we always have this exit only situation, but then they always say that a men's G spot is like a couple inches in his asshole, and it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, are we talking butt play here? Is this what we're talking about? Butt play?
we're talking a
We're talking,
colonoscopy.
I don't.
Should I talk to them about that? I'm like, will there be any butt
I
player?
I don't, I mean, I haven't had one yet, so I mean, I know I have to, so it's like kind of like, all right, you got to man up, and they got to put a camera up your butt. I mean,
I know.
I don't know, you're asleep for most of it.
Yeah, well, I told them I was like, "Well, how does it go?" And then I go, "Do you put me in a room with like scented candles and like you're playing Sade?" And the guy just was like, "Yes." And then we, give you tea, and then he was like going along with it. I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "No." He's like, "Actually," and then this is what he told me. He's like, "Actually," and he pulls out this like envelope. He's like, "Here, you can now, right now, at your age, you could take it home." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "No." And he gave me this like little tube with this like little like Q-tip attached to it. And he's like, "Yeah, just go home." He's like, "Do your business and then just scrape it and do that, put it in the tube and send it in the mail." And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "So there's no like weird stuff?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You just do it like that." So he told it to me, but it was funny because like I'd been like, when he told me that, I've been like not being able to shit for like a couple days. And I don't know if that's because he told me, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to, take a look at my shit and do all this. I don't know.
I don't know. I've had to take samples of my shit, never with a Q-tip though. Like I've had to like put it in a tube and then take it back to the place. But you're cotton swabbing your asshole? Is that how they're doing it now? I thought they had like
No,
to go like the full fucking.
well, right now they're like, they're like, you're still young, but later on, I guess later on in life is when you know, when we're just establishing with this, we're just establishing that we're in a relationship. I guess. And then 5 years later down the line, they're like, "Okay, like it's been 5 years, we have to spice this up." So,
We're gonna take it slow.
yeah,
We're gonna take it slow.
very
Just
seductive.
just a little over the shirt stuff,
Yeah.
over the pants stuff. We're gonna go over the pants before we really get in there.
So that's why I was late because I finally had to take a dump, and I was like, okay. Then I'm reading the directions, and then I'm just like, wait, like that. And I'm like, is that too much? Is that too little bit? Put it back in, and um, yeah. So that's kind of the reason why I was late for this show, which no one's gonna know, but just you and me. But I was like, oh, this is a topic. That's where my mind goes. And it's funny?
Have any of you listeners had to cotton swab your shit? DM us,
Exactly.
email
Email us
us.
or slide in the DM. At
Yeah.
drinkswordsby at gmail.com. Also, with that, was it? Oh man, what was I gonna say? So anyway, so I did that, and it made me think about the commercial Colon Guard, which is where like, and I'm like, why couldn't they just done that where I have to shit in a box? They're like, oh, just put your sample in this box and send it. But then I'm like, oh man, like I'm like, I've never had a shit in a box before, So I was like, how would you even do that?
I don't think you actually shit in the box. I think you shit and then you have to grab some and then put it in. I don't think you actually shit in the box.
I don't know.
I don't
I,
even know this fucking product. I've never seen this commercial, so I'm so confused.
the box is so happy in the commercial. He's like, hey, I'm the box. I'm Cologuard. He's like,
Well, I gotta watch this shit. I'm gonna have to fucking YouTube this commercial.
he's like, you just simply place it in me and then I
It's
get
it's
shit
it's
off.
it's like it reminds me of Look Who's Talking To. Give me your
Yeah.
pee. The toilet's fucking screaming at the kid. Give me your pee. The box is like, give me your shit.
Did you miss us for the week we were gone?
Oh man. Um, Cotton swab and shit in a box. I mean, this is as I'm of that age. I guess I should be more inclined of my my asshole. I guess
Yeah.
like I should be more like like in tune with my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to look into this. I really want to see that commercial though. I want to see
I mean,
the
I
shit
mean,
box.
yeah, I mean, I'm making it far more exciting than what it really is. It's really a tame commercial, but
I mean, if it's a fucking talking box that's eating shit, I mean, there's really that's pretty self-explanatory. You're not like putting it over. That's just a
yeah,
fucking weird commercial. That seems like a very foreign commercial. That seems like something
yeah,
out of Japan.
yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, we're making it seem like this is the most hilarious commercial in the world, but when you really analyze it, though, that's when it becomes funny. Uh,
Happy Meal for shit.
yeah,
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, you're here now, so
yes, yes, and the show can finally begin.
it's
And
nice to know that you have to mail some shit out after this show.
yeah, I do.
Does it come with a
Yeah,
stamp?
yeah, everything's already ready. You just gotta put it in and then just take it to a mailbox, drop it in, and voila. And
Really, I feel like it's a biohazard at that point. Like there should
well,
be
I mean, dude,
such.
you're placing it in a plastic bag. There's a thing you put around it, and then there's a piece of paper that you put over the plastic bag, and then you put it in the bag in the envelope. So I mean, there's like three layers of protection on top of it's encased already in something else. So it's I'm it's pretty safe. You know what I mean for anyone that doesn't know what's going on with that. Um, but something I wanted to address, which had to do with that, which is kind of our next topic, is that breakfast. We have it is one.
How was that a segue?
Well, because you eat and then you shit, but right now we shitted, and now we're gonna eat. You know what I mean?
We're going backwards. We're,
Yes.
we're reversing the process.
I was supposed to start this from the beginning, but I don't know how I got into like I don't know.
Because you were late. Because you were late with your shit.
Yeah, yeah. And I love how anything can be breakfast. And
Anything.
anything. And you say, "Hey, like this morning I had we at work they made the guy that makes meatloaf. He's magical with it. So I took a lot of meatloaf home. And my dream was to have it for breakfast. So I've been having it for breakfast lately. Meatloaf for breakfast is like you do that with the meatloaf, 2 eggs, and then I've fried some corn, some black coffee. I feel like I'm on a ranch. It's fantastic. And I was like, I can get away with this being breakfast, but like we've all arbitrarily have decided anything can be breakfast food, but you bring breakfast out of the morning and you place it at night and you're strange, right? You eat breakfast for lunch, you're strange.
I don't
But
believe so. It's just, some people really like eggs because it's just like ultimately there's only a few foods of breakfast that you that can't like are taken that way. Like bacon is a day meat, a day food, right?
yes.
Eggs have technically become a day food because you add eggs to a burger. You know what I mean? I mean, technically, eggs are involved in fried chicken. You have to fucking coat the chicken in eggs. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about just pancakes and like French toast.
Yeah.
I'm like
Hash browns.
hash browns. Well, I mean, I guess hash brown is a breakfast, uh, you know, a breakfast potato, as opposed to like the cut up potatoes because that could be with anything.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I mean, technically anything can be breakfast because of where the word comes from.
right.
Break fast. So if you're fasting till noon, technically whatever you eat at that moment is breakfast because you broke your fast at that moment. So I mean, we can get technical and stuff. But are you are you a breakfast for dinner type of person?
Yes. I'm a breakfast for any moment in my day type person.
See, that's what I always felt like when you go to Jack in the Box, you have to order burgers for breakfast and then breakfast for dinner because then you know you're getting fresh because they have to cook it fresh. Like they didn't have an egg McMuffin sit around for fucking 12 hours and they can feed you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're mad in there. I'm gonna make some fucking eggs, son of a bitch.
One time I went there for breakfast, and every time I always get for breakfast a sourdough jack. And because I'm like, even though that's a lunch type thing, I'm like, it to me, it's breakfast. I'm like, it has everything breakfast on it: sourdough, bacon, cheese, tomato. I'm like, this is a perfect breakfast sandwich. And I always get, and I'm always like curious. I'm like, can you make me 2 tacos? That's how powerful the taco is there. Those 2 tacos, like they will sell them at any time of the day. I got them for breakfast too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those tacos. I don't know what people are fascinated with that soy meat fucking taco that's deep fried. I just don't get it.
It's delicious.
It's translucent.
Yeah.
You can see through the shell.
When they run a biopsy on my stool sample, they're gonna be like, "And we see he eats a lot of Jack in the Box tacos.
Like it was there.
You're clearly."
Fucking eating way too much fast
Yeah, yeah. Which I haven't, by the way. It's weird. I have one day where I eat fast food, and that is Fridays when I go to work and I drive into work. That's like my lunch. I'm like, oh, I'll grab something, on the road, before I go in to work. So that's only one day, and then the rest of the day I'm cooking at home and doing it like that. Do you have a specific day for fast food, David?
food. No. I mean, the hard part is like it depends where I'm at for work and what's close. And so, like, when we work out of Anaheim, there's a food truck in the back, so we always go get the food truck. It's a good food truck. It's the one that all the union guys use, and like we know the lady. She's super nice. So get some tacos back there, like a burrito or egg sandwich. Uh, but I try not to do fast food. If we don't cook, then yeah, the wife and I will DoorDash, but we don't go like to McDonald's or Jack in the Box or anything. We'll pick a restaurant. Uh, like wifey made spaghetti last night, so I got the leftovers. So I can do that for lunch. I get, I always try to do leftovers in order of appearance. So, uh, actually, this morning I had, this is gonna might sound a little weird. I had a hankering for some kimchi. So I cooked some like minute rice. I fried up 2 eggs and I put some kimchi. So I had very Asian breakfast. I had eggs, kimchi, and rice, and it was good. I was happy. It's like I'm content.
Have you ever had cereal for dinner?
Not since I was like 7.
Right, right, right. Because you're lactose. I just when I said that, I'm like, oh, that's right, you're lactose. So
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to have cereal for breakfast for dinner, even if I wasn't lactose. It's just, that's one thing that I don't. I mean, if I was just like broke and just tired and like there's nothing that just something filling,
yeah.
sure. I can't even remember the last time I had a cereal at any point because of my lactose. Um, I know I can go get the almond milk and you know all those other nut milks, but I don't go out of my way for it because I guess sometimes I just if I don't do it at all, I don't never crave it. So if I can avoid doing something where like, oh, I can't get any more soy milk, but I want cereal, I'll just do some regular milk. Like, and I'm fucking in pain for the next 2 days.
Well worth it, especially if it was ice cream. Mm,
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. Like I had cheesesteak. I had a cheesesteak. Had a egg and cheese. You can't
yeah.
have a cheesesteak in Philadelphia without cheese. I had pizza the next day. And I was like, fucking, I gotta do it. We're all together, gotta do it. And I fucking stuck down the Imodium and clogged me up till I get back home.
Old man problems, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, seriously. Speaking of old man problems, did you hear about Donald Sutherland?
Oh yes, yes. His problem is that he's dead. That is
He's
a
dead.
major
Yes,
problem. Poor guy.
he's probably dead. He's eight. He was 88. I mean, he lived a very good life.
Yeah.
He lived a very good life. He spawned a very talented son
Yes.
in Kiefer.
Yes. He was the neighbor of one of my friends. He's always like,
Really?
yeah, in Santa Monica. Anytime I would go visit him, and to this day, and I still visit him to this day. Um, he's like, "Oh yeah, and that's where Donald Sutherland lives." I'm like, "You see him?" He's like, "Yes," and he's like, "And I'm always Mr. Sutherland," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'd be like, "DS, what's up?" You know what I mean? So, you know,
I was like, I loved you in this movie the next day. I loved you in this movie and the
yeah.
next day. I loved you in this movie. How many times are we gonna do this? I don't know how many movies were you in.
He always played such a great villain too. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah, he did. He was in Body Snatchers, wasn't he?
yes, yes.
He was in Body Snatchers. I just thought about that.
I'm
Maybe
trying
he's
to
in Body
remember what
Snatchers.
else he was in. Like, I just remember seeing him in movies, but I don't remember
Outbreak.
the movies. Outbreak, yes, he was in Outbreak.
He's in Outbreak. The Italian Job. What else was he in? He was in a lot of movies.
Yeah, you've seen him, I assure you. He hasn't been active in really anything as of recent. By recent, maybe 10 years, I want to say.
Well, I mean, technically, his last big thing, he was in the Hunger Games. He was the Hunger Games villain.
Yes, yes, that's right. Yes, the Hunger
Yeah.
Games.
So for you Gen Xers, and if you watch those movies, you saw Donald Sutherland.
I never got to see those movies until COVID. I was like, you know what? I never got to see the Hunger Games. Let me watch that. So I finally saw that and all the Twilight. I saw the Twilight saga during COVID
Yeah,
because it was like,
wife made me. See,
so those are
every
cool.
now and then, I'm like, "What do you want to watch?" Twilight. I'm like, "No." I'm like, all right, but tomorrow I get to pick a movie, whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
She's like, "No." Oh, exactly right. Yeah.
But I will say this Twilight had a really good soundtrack, so I enjoyed the music in it.
Okay, that's great. Doesn't make a good movie.
Radio, they had a Radiohead song in Twilight, so I was like, oh my god. I was like, If Tom York approves this, then then it must be good.
He's getting paid.
I don't know. I think some artists are not like that. They're really cautious about where their music goes. So, unlike Travis Scott, I know you heard about him. Everybody's
No,
getting
what happened?
everybody's getting in trouble with alcohol. That seems to be he got thrown in jail for intoxication. What was it? I just read it a while ago, so I gotta um do that. But I guess he was drunk and disorderly,
Hmm.
which I guess the two doesn't necessarily go hand in hand, but uh, you know it happens. Um, oh, and since we're talking music, Queen just sold their music catalog for $1.2 billion.
Holy shit! To whom? Who
Uh,
owns it now?
I'll tell you right now.
Whoever created Highlander.
Yeah. Mm, I'm just scanning really quick. It doesn't say. Damn it! Now I gotta. Let's see. Now I gotta open up the link. Come on, link. Okay. 1.2 doesn't say variety. Mm, really doesn't. It doesn't. You would think they would be like these people bought it. But I guess he wished to remain anonymous because that's a lot of money. I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, I get it.
It was me. It was me. I bought it.
I
And
own. I own.
yeah, and it's crazy is look, you can buy me and David's catalog for pennies on the dollar, 100 million. Yours. Do whatever you want with the podcasts. 100 mil, yours.
Yeah.
These in all future shows for at least 5 years. Ooh,
Speaking of music, do you feel like I saw this meme where like this guy had just broken up with his girlfriend and he was listening to some music and his buddy comes in and goes, no, 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 no. You need to cry, right? You need to cry, and this isn't gonna do it. So then he starts playing Boys to Men, End of the Road,
yeah,
and he's just like bawling, and I was like, "Dude, you know what? We don't have that type of emotional music. I think nowadays, like, there's no like sad R&B anymore that like people can turn to. Like in the '90s, if you broke up with your girlfriend after 2 weeks, it was fucking
it was
it
over.
was heartbreaking. It was like you were distraught, and
Yeah,
you had every possible fucking R&B group had that one song that was like, uh,
yeah. You're like, oh, let me put PM Dawn on repeat.
and
Yeah,
put some True Hill,
yeah. Oh, Babyface. Let me play some Babyface.
baby face. We don't have that now. The kids nowadays don't know how to cry because well, they cry about everything, but not about the right things.
Right, right.
They don't have the emotional music to fucking get them over the edge.
What's weird is how the music evolved for guys and breakups because now it's all about like, well, it's all about drinking. It's like, well, she's gone, so let's go drink and let's go have some good times, and
Yeah,
you'll forget about her. There's a lot of those types of songs for guys.
I mean, like I don't think kids nowadays even know Boys to Men. That's sad. It's like you know about End of the Road, huh? Cool High Harmony. You need a little sadness in your fucking in your life. You know, it helps counter everything.
Well, that's why they created the emo. The kids got the emo.
That was just like, but that wasn't like sadness. That was like depression. There's a difference. There's a difference between like being sad and being depressed.
Yeah.
Because being sad, you're gonna get over it. And you're not gonna slice your wrist. Being depressed, that's fucking, that's some bad shit right there. That is some like your whole body feels like numb. So I don't know. Plus, plus with sadness, you don't change your wardrobe.
Right.
I mean, I wear all black, but that's because I do
I know.
security.
I mean, the same shirt that I was in last week, I just noticed. I was like, I should have at least changed my shirt to make it at least like
See, like,
this is my shirt. This is my house shirt. Like I have my house shirt on. You know what I mean? So it's like I just got a. Well, I didn't just, but I got a robe. So, but I was like, I can't wear a robe to the show. I was like,
why not? Why not? Fucking F it up. I want a robe just so I could be outside smoking, like my smoking robe.
yeah, yeah. And that'd be perfect for you since you're a big cigar guy.
Yeah.
'Cause what's new on the cigar scene, by the way?
You know what? I haven't really purchased one. I did. I told you. I don't know if I mentioned. Like, I lost my cigar case,
Mm.
or I thought I did. So then I bought a new cigar case, and it came with these 5 cigars.
Oh wow.
So and a lighter. I got it for $30.
What kind of
Fucking
lighter? Like a torch lighter?
yeah, like a torch lighter. So let me see. Let me go get it right now.
Yeah, I have two torch lighters. One of them works, the other one doesn't. But it these torch lighters that I at least that I got, their work. Let me
Yeah,
does it light like immediately? Oh
yeah.
my god. But mine's does not do that. Mine's is like you got to hold it and let the gas go for a bit and then hold it and then it lights.
No, this is insane.
Jeez. Jeez. You need to send me
And
the
the beauty and the
manufacturer.
beauty and beauty it comes with a little cigar punch, so it's made for it.
You need to send me the manufacturer of that so I could buy that cuz I light stuff at home, like when I smoke cocktails um
Go
for
go
the
to
guests.
if you go to Amazon, I have a nice one that has like Cohiba on it, uh, torch lighter. But then you have to go get the gas for it. So you just gotta go to your local smoke shop. Just go to local smoke shop.
Yeah.
So
Just
they have a torch lighter for you.
yeah.
Because the Amazon one that I bought is like $13,
Oh
but
wow.
I like it because it just looks cool.
Yeah, I have them, but again, I use them mainly now for work or for making s'mores at home. You don't do that?
Baking s'mores?
Yes,
No,
you get the lighter and then you light the marshmallow
I
with
don't s'mores it at home. I don't.
it's very gourmand. It looks profesh.
Yeah, not that I'm opposed to a s'more. Uh, S'more. I say s'more.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I don't go to my way for s'mores. Like I
No,
don't buy them for the house. I mean, if I'm out and about and somebody hands me a s'more, I'll eat a s'more.
I can't. No, you need to have. We're in s'more season. Okay, it is. Well, to be fair, every day is s'more season. But
Yeah, what is s'more season? Like there was that s'morology, right?
yeah,
Uh, that place still open in West Covina?
I don't live in Wisconsin, so I don't know. But
You travel there more than I do. You stop by every so often.
I do. But I'm not on that usual side of it because I although I should because what was that place Rero's burritos that
Three Rose Burritos.
I gave a horrible review. I need to give them another shot.
Another try.
Yeah, if they're still that's a weird like area, right by the mall.
Yeah, it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Inconvenient, right? As far as like parking and everything. There's no parking right there. You want
Yeah,
to do business, but like people have to cross the street and shit to get to you. Rero's has the drive through, but that's like Boca. Remember Boca?
yeah.
They were inconvenient because they never had a fucking drive through. I
Yeah.
think they got busy. They'd have a line out the door and shit,
Yeah.
or out the window.
Yeah. So that's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hold on. You're supposed to pick up the topics.
Yeah, we just ran through all of them. I got one more topic. Um, and it's kind of a very um interesting topic, and that is something that I've been thinking about, but I don't think the universe has a center. There is no center in the universe,
Okay.
and it's kind of a big idea, and because everything has a center, we have a center. Um,
Well, I get what you're saying because if the space is infinite, there's no way to judge what the center is to the end.
right,
So yeah, I mean, for us, technically, the sun is the center for our solar system because we rotate around it.
right.
But as far as the ever expanding space, I agree with you. There is no center. What brought this topic up?
Just I've been watching a lot of NASA and
I
and
thought you were just smoking a lot of weed.
I wish. I wish. Right now I'm on a weed detox, unfortunately, for another maybe a year or so. So I'm gonna find more about that on Monday. So I haven't really smoked in like almost 2 months, almost 2 months. So yeah, so I've just been keeping my mind busy. That's the thing, I'm trying to stop certain cycles. And in order to do that, I just gotta keep busy and focus on other things. And so sometimes I just kind of space out and think about the universe, and think about all possible infinites. So wrote that down. That did sound like the weed thought, though. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, it was very, 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 outside the box type of thought. Like just laying there. If space doesn't end, how is there a center?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Topic.
Topic. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can't even touch on sports. Like, what happens to sports?
Sports, ladies and gentlemen. We can talk generically. Did you see that thing? Oh, that guy got traded to there. Yeah. All right.
Oh wow.
There is
How
something
did
that
that match go?
Yeah, there is something I did want to talk to you about sports, though, which was the Kings just unveiled their new logo, and the
I
Kings
have
are
not
talking
seen.
in hockey.
Yes,
So it looks like their old logo, not their not their latest logo, but like their old logo with
the
that says
crown.
that with the crown and
Is
very
this like
bright
the
like
Gretzky, the
Gretzky.
Gretzky
Yes,
years?
yes, yes, and I like that logo. And the other logo with the LA, it was cool and all, but I was just like, like it's cool, but it just wasn't classic Kings. And I like it. I like this new logo. Why do teams got to change their logos? If it ain't broke, like why fix it?
I don't know. It's sometimes you gotta just go with the times. Things gotta change. There's some that don't change. I mean, like, are we talking helmets or logos? Because like the Browns changed their logo, but they didn't change their helmet. Actually, that's not true. They did change their helmet recently. They went back to the white face mask.
Did they?
Yeah,
Because
this upcoming year they're gonna have the old like 1980s white face mask.
Interesting. Because before it
Back
was
when we
just
used to win.
they're trying to bring that, like, guys, we have to win. We got the white face mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, because before it was just the orange, the orange with the brown, right?
It was a brown and white stripe down the middle, um, with like a white stripe in between two brown stripes down the middle, and then the brown on each side. Uh, but then their mascot used to be the brownie, like the
Yeah.
little elf, and now they have. I mean, the brownie's still there, his tradition, but now they changed it to like a dog. They did like a contest. They had like a contest for it, so that was so people got to put in their drawings, and uh, somebody won with because the way that they did their logo, it incorporated different things of Cleveland, so it was actually pretty cool.
And the dog?
Yeah, in the dog. You'll have
Wow.
to look into it. I can't explain it to you, but it's actually pretty cool. It's like all the little things like that they incorporated in the dog face that is like part of Cleveland. Speaking of Cleveland, uh, I actually just saw like this little reel where Fiji waters, because
Right.
Fiji waters is like the good water because it's like Hawaiian spring water and it's expensive and stuff. That
All
they
marketability. Like they have us
Yeah.
believing all this. Meanwhile, they're really just turning on the tap in their local house and be like,
Well,
"This is
here's
great."
the thing is they had run an ad trying to make fun of Cleveland, going, "Hey, drink Fiji water. It's not processed in Cleveland." So people in Cleveland got really upset, and they did like a fucking blind taste test and a purification, and it turned out that the tap water in Cleveland was healthier and tastes better. Fiji lost the fucking taste test.
Wow.
There was like bits of arsenic in the fucking Fiji water. So
Wow.
I was like, there you go. People, we grew up on tap water, man. We were outside drinking from the hose. People got in their mind that's like, hey, shouldn't be fucking drinking tap water. I mean, push comes to shove, you get to drink some toilet water. Fucking apocalypse, fucking times.
Oh, I don't know if I can. I got the 2000 flushes going on in my
Oh yeah,
toilet water, so I'm screwed there. Um, I do. Push comes to shove, poor Yoshimi. I'm drinking all of his water. I'm drinking tank water.
gotta boil it.
Yeah, I'll run it through a filter. I do drink filter water. Like I have at home, a little
The
filter.
Brita,
Yeah, a Brita thing.
yeah,
It's a nice one. It's like a real big one, like that big. It fits perfectly in my refrigerator. So I got that going on. Then of course, I got sparkling water happening. I got mineral water. I have flavored water. So I got a bunch of water.
that's the non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah,
That's your
and then the
flavored water.
non-alcoholic beer too. So I got a, I got a lot going on uh, for that because I was like, because like I have a beer fridge at home because I have my food fridge and then I have a beer fridge, and I was like, man, I was like I'm I got rid of my beer because I went to like a house party and I was like, oh, I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to just get rid of all my beer. And it was sad. It was sad collecting it all and putting it in a bag and be like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, maybe in a year or two, maybe we could be friends again. But I'm like, for now, we can't. And I just didn't want to have that in my fridge. So then well, I left 3 beers. I left 3 beers in there, which are beers that I featured here on Drinks and Words by, and it's like the juicy drips. I've tasted it a few times here, and I remember. I don't know if you remember the story where like they were done with that beer, and the last of it was in the refrigerator there at Three Weavers,
Yeah,
and I just bought all of it. I was like, "This is the last." They're like, "That's it." And I'm like, "I'm taking it all," and so I bought it, and so I only have 3 left, and I left them in there. I'm like, "This is for David." I'm like, "If David comes and visits me or I see him, I'm like, I don't want any stranger drinking this beer." I'm like, "This is for David." I was like, "He
all
has
right,
the honor of
all right,
finishing these beers off for me."
gotcha. All right,
You're gonna
We'll
be
make
like,
a,
"This
we'll make
beer sucks." I'm like, "That was my favorite beer."
I'm like, it's so good.
So yeah. So you got that to look forward to. What else is happening in sports? We're ever inching closer to the Olympics, and and
Yeah, I
and
mean,
and doping scandals for the Olympics.
nothing beats what was it, the '88 Olympics? Is that the one with Carl Lewis, Ben Johnson, and all that? Where like everybody was doping?
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Or '84? It was '84 because that was Los Angeles.
was it okay? So
Yeah, it
so
was '84 Los Angeles. I think '88 was Seoul. Don't ask me why I know that. It seems very
do you remember former NBA player Nate Robinson?
David Robinson, as in the Admiral.
No, Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson, yeah.
Yes, yes. Apparently, he needs a kidney donor as he's battling life-threatening disease.
Oh wow, that's sad to hear.
Yeah, yeah. Tiger Woods' son qualified for his first, I guess, event for the USGA.
Like you feel like he has to, right? Like if he's gonna be following his dad's footsteps, he has to fucking be amazing.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot of pressure on that kid,
the Pistons, I guess, fired their coach, Monty
and they owe
Williams.
him like $64 million.
Yeah. What you know? What
So
he needs to thank his agent. That's a good agent.
yeah, you gotta throw him an extra 5% for that one. Like here you go, buddy.
Yep,
Fat out.
just in case.
I'm getting paid for nothing.
Yep, that's fucking amazing. Let's see. And I think that's about it that's going on with the with sports. Nothing really too spectacular. And if we miss something spectacular, then it just happened after we recorded the show.
The release date and the correlating stories may not match up
Yeah.
as you think they should.
Oh man. So that's it for sports. That's our sports segment. Last call for topics, David. And any topics you got going on that you want to?
I got nothing. I got nothing. I No, I kind of brought up the stuff that I thought I would bring up. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
Not every episode has to be an hour and a half.
I know. I know. I'm like, man. I was like, maybe we shouldn't do a weekly show. Maybe we got it right with doing it like once a month.
What? Well, um, I don't know. I think well, we did discuss we were going to try condensing the show anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because of scheduling, we were going to have to condense the show. So
yeah. So it's, signs of things to come, ladies and gentlemen. Signs of things to come. Um,
ever growing, ever changing.
yes. Be fluid, much like yourselves. Um,
Hopefully, by the next episode, we'll have your test results.
I know the test results come back. You are Jack in the Box. You're Jack from Jack in the Box.
Yeah. You are eating way too many tacos.
Yeah. Oh man. What's weird is I went to talk Jack in the Box the other day, and I had to use the restroom, so I got off and I ran to use the restroom, and somebody was in there, and I felt like it was like I was at the bar because I was like knocking on the door, like, "All right, like let's go," and this guy was just taking a sweet ass fucking time, and I'm like, "Oh, oh, I'm getting PTSD from the bar." Like, there's only I'm like, "Where's the women's restroom?" But they only had one. Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, I was just like, "Oh my god." Then the guy walks out, "Sorry," and I'm just running back in like, I could care less about your sorries. Good
Yeah, that's
times.
much.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, did you enjoy the show? Did we speak about things that you wish to speak with us about? Email us drinkswordsby at gmail.com or slide in the DM on our Instagram. Our IG handle is drinkswordsby.
It's worth by.
Exactly. And every now and then we populate that that thing, that social handle. I think I try to get us a thread. I think I tried to get us on threads. I don't know if we're on threads. I think I signed us up
Huh.
for it for everything to get synchronized, but
I don't know. I feel like Threads isn't all that different from just the fucking regular Instagram. I
yeah,
know it tried to be like X, but I don't know.
yeah. We are on Twitter, but they won't allow us to show a clip without us paying money. So I'm just like, well, I guess you're not like if we're not getting paid, you're not getting
You're not getting paid. Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
Which reminds me, guys, we are on the Venmo. So hit us up at Drinks to Words By, send us some money and be happy with yourselves. So do that as well. Any last plugs, David?
Nope. Always appreciative of you, sir, and what you do for us. Uh, always love conversing with you, laughing with you. So we'll have to get together soon.
Definitely. Okay, last call. I mean, last call. What are we?
Final cheers.
Final cheers. Final
Final cheers.
cheers, ladies and gentlemen. What are we cheersing to today, David?
Oh man. I don't know. It's like I said, it seems like yesterday we did this show, and uh, what? I mean, I don't know. Cheers to NA beer for you. I think it's a good way to help fill a void for you. So I'm very appreciative that there's something there for you to drink and still be pleasurable. I might have to go to some NA beers sooner myself, so I might have to get some of those three weavers you're so adamant about. But cheers.
And my last final cheers for this show is gonna go to Meatloaf. I love Meatloaf, man. I'm a huge fan of
Oh,
it. It it
big
it,
fan.
it has all my favorite meats, all loafed into one. I don't know what's in meatloaf, um, other than pure deliciousness. But
You never made a meatloaf?
no, my mom makes a good meatloaf. At work, they make an excellent meatloaf. I love it. I love it. I'm talking about to this day. I've been eating meatloaf for the morning for like 5 days, and I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it.
Like you take a whole loaf? Like how much was left
I
over?
did.
Jesus Christ!
Think the chef was like, he's like, I left a loaf for the staff, and I go, all right. I'm like, whatever's left over, I'll let you guys have. I'm like, but whatever's left over is mine.
And nobody took any?
No, everybody took some, but they left a lot still. And I was like, yes. And everyone's like, they're like, are you sure you're gonna take all that? And I'm like, dude, I said whatever was left over, I am taking.
Well, man of my word, I'm gonna eat this meatloaf.
Yeah, yeah, and I've been having it for breakfast, so it's been fantastic. So, cheers to
You
meatloaf.
haven't tried making a meatloaf sandwich?
I'm trying to stay off the carbs, okay, in my healthy lifestyle.
You're eating meatloaf for breakfast. That's your healthy lifestyle. Okay.
I'm a paradox, all right? Clearly,
Yeah. You're like the universe, ever expanding,
ever
ever.
expanding, no center,
Yeah.
no center.
There's no center.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Drink Stories by David. Kick 'em out
Appreciate you all. Be safe. Get out.
later.